Hi, I'm Mrs. Ryan. Welcome to Woodside's Back to School Night. I teach Math 6 and Science. I think that this year is going to be a year of learning how to do things in new and different ways, and I think it's going to be exciting. So let's get started on this great adventure. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your schedule to join me and learn a little bit more about our class structure. I am originally from the Chicagoland area, where I went to a small university called St. Xavier, very similar to St. Francis. I received my degree in education from there with a minor in mathematics. When I moved to Fort Wayne with my husband, I attended Indiana University and received my master's degree from there with a focus on gifted and talented education. I have taught every class for sixth grade math that can be taught at the sixth grade level. Currently, I'm teaching Math 6, and I have also taught both honors and regular science. Our general class structure is going to look like this, whether you have me for math or science, or whether you have me for both. And if you have me for both, that just thrills me. I love to have you in both classes. So first we'll start with a bell ringer, which is just an activity to get our brains engaged. Then we'll move on to a quick review of the content that we've covered in the previous classes. From there, we'll do activities that build on that previous learning or introduces new learning. Then we'll have an exit ticket, which is a simple little kind of quiz or question that will help me assess whether the learning that was intended has been accomplished. If you're with me for math, we have a flipped classroom. A flipped classroom means that you take your notes on your own from videos that I've prepared, and then in class we reinforce those notes and learn those skills. If you have homework in math, it's likely to be those notes. For science, if you have homework, it'll be because we didn't finish one of the activities in class, or because we have been working on a project that is going to take us a little more time. My goal really is for you not to have a lot of homework. Here's a quick overview of our math and science content. This year we will cover applications of whole numbers, decimals, and fractions, rates, ratios, measurement, expressions, algebra, inequalities, integers and graphing, data analysis, and geometry and math. For science, we'll cover scientific processes. We usually do our science fair in the scientific processes unit. Not sure how that's going to look this year, so stay tuned for more info on that. Physical science will cover energy, earth and space science, and then life sciences will cover ecology, and then cap off the year with a unit on health. My classes are based on a mastery learning model. A mastery learning model means that for many of the activities we do that are considered formative, kids can redo them. Sometimes some reteaching is involved, and then they retake a quiz. I usually require that kids get an 80% or above on their quizzes. If they don't get an 80% or above on their quizzes, then I engage them in some relearning activities. While they're doing their relearning activities, we try to enrich the other kids to extend their learning. Then the kids retake that quiz, and the second score stands, so they get 2 times to do it. I love this type of learning because it lets kids learn from their mistakes, gives them a chance to learn what they've done wrong and how to correct that. I think it's a great way to learn. Both math and science grades are weighted. Formative assignments are worth 40%. Those are the assignments that can be redone. The end of the unit or summative assessments are worth 60%, and those are the ones that cannot be redone. The place to go to look for grades is PowerSchool. That's where you want to check to see if your grade has been entered. I'm pretty obsessive about grading and entering grades, and so I usually get them done pretty quickly, but you can expect within 2 to 3 days of a graded assignment to see that showing up in PowerSchool. If you ever notice that a grade's been misentered, don't hesitate to contact me. I do make mistakes sometimes, and I won't be offended in any way if you ask me about a grade or question why a grade was entered a certain way. I'll be happy to either correct that or explain why it was entered the way it was. The spot you want to go to find a daily agenda will be Canvas. On the Canvas calendar, on the Sunday before each week, you're going to notice that there'll be an agenda for each one of your classes. You can go here to get an outline of what's going to happen on a particular day. For me, not for everybody, but for my classes, if you are missing, let's say you missed an assignment and you don't really know what day that was from, I try to keep a chronological list of all of my assignments and class activities in the modules section of each class. So you would go into the particular class and you would go to the modules, and you should see a list there of the things that we've done in class. So Canvas is the place to go for finding assignments and for finding the agenda, what's going to be happening in class on a particular day. If ever you're looking for something on Canvas and you just can't find it, please feel free to send me a message. You can message me right through Canvas. You can email me, and I'll talk about my email here in just a second, or you can check in with me in class, and I'll be happy to help you find something that might be missing. Probably the best way to contact me is either through a Canvas message or through email. My email is gryan@sacs.k12.in.us. My Canvas messages go right to my email, so I check them regularly during the day. If you have an emergency and you need to contact me during the school day, feel free to call the office at 431-2701. If it's at all possible, the office will contact me and I'll be able to talk to you. If not, I'll contact you as soon as I possibly can. You can also send me an email and ask me to call you. Just tell me what time would be good to call and which number you'd like me to use, and I'll get in touch with you as soon as I can. I really think that education is a partnership between me, parents, and students, and I want to have good open communication. So it's never a bother for you to contact me or for a student to contact me. I'm always happy to have those contacts and to respond to them as soon as I can. If you find that your student is struggling with some of the content, please don't hesitate to contact me. We have lots of ways that we can engage students with the content and be able to help them. A couple of those ways are meeting with teachers. We're able to use our ISB time a little bit this year to help students. We have some after-school options as well, so don't hesitate to contact us. I want to thank you once again for taking some time to learn about my classes. I'm really excited about getting to work with your students this year. Looking forward to it. So let's begin this great adventure.